If you have children and they want to become lawyers and judges, teach them to seek justice and not a judgeship. If you have children who want to become doctors, teach them to seek public health and not personal wealth. If you have children who want to become teachers, teach them to teach for a living and not because they can't help it. If you have children who want to become priests and imams and preachers, teach them to prophesize and not profiteer.
The biggest problem we have is when I listen to the speakers talk about the population of Africa, 1 billion people, 21 democracies, there's a loud count, 8 semi-democratic, the rest you know. There is a relationship. There is a relationship between growth, development in media and entertainment and democracy. The least democratic you are, the less likely you have media. Media survives in a democratic environment.
Nigeria as a nation do not celebrate their history. Nigeria as a nation do not honor their heroes. It is as if we are a nation without heroes. The other day I made a speech. A 24-year-old girl came up to me and he said, "Did we fight a civil war?" She did not know. She didn't know we fought a civil war because our history books do not talk about the civil war. You cannot die in battle, divide the country, and we do not document our history. It is fundamentally wrong. It is also wrong for leaders of Nigeria at the federal and state level not to be conscious of the fact that they owe a responsibility to its citizens to document what they do. We have an obligation to preserve our history as leaders, and we have a responsibility to those who want to learn about the past, good and the bad of our leaders. Whether you're a head of state, you're a minister, or you're a governor, or you're a commissioner. I wanted to set up a museum on my own. I could not find footage. I wanted a museum of all 36 states. I could not find footage. I wanted a museum of the history of Nigeria. I could not find footage. And when I was at NTA, I commissioned a project on the Civil War. And as I did the project, 4 of the people we interviewed died. And they took with them a treasure of information we could not take over. Major General Philip Effiong, Colonel Trimnell, Nkokondem. Who cannot forget the voice of Nkokondem on Radio Biafra as he insulted the federal government on a daily basis, and it was the most amazing radio program to listen to during the Civil War. But he died, and his voice was never recorded, and he had the most amazing voice for Radio Biafra. He's gone. We interviewed Ojukwu because Ojukwu was ready to speak, but he asked a lot of questions. He raised issues about General Gowon, but General Gowon, you did not speak. He raised issues about General Obasanjo. General Obasanjo did not respond. General Danjuma, you've accomplished great things in your lifetime, but you owe the nation one thing: your memoirs. All of you who have accomplished great things, you owe us your memoirs. We celebrate greatness today. Akpabio, Dangote, Man of the Year. 20 years from now, they will be receiving Lifetime Achievement Awards. We need to document it. Chief Shoneko, Kingsway Stores, the most amazing supermarket chain in all of Nigeria, collapsed. There is no documented evidence as to why that happened. So business schools can read about why Kingsway Stores collapsed. Chief Shoneko, you owe it to us to let us know what happened to Kingsway Stores.
Vote Ben Bruce for Senate 2015. Vote Green. Let there be light.